Good morning. Welcome to Candle's Holocaust Museum and Education Center's 25th anniversary celebration of our grand opening. My name is Leah Simpson. I am the current director of the museum. Today we celebrate the museum's first 25 years, but we cannot begin to discuss the museum's accomplishments without first discussing Eva Kor. Eva was a survivor of Auschwitz, the Mengele experiments, a forgiveness advocate, but also her own movement. By definition, a movement is a change or development. Eva continuously caused change. She awoke every day asking herself how she could make the world a better place. When she saw adversity, she developed a plan of action. In the mid-'80s, Eva created Candles, Inc. as a way to find surviving Mengele twins around the world. Then in 1993, when her twin sister died from complications from the Mengele experiments, she developed an idea to help her move forward in this new life without Miriam. She would open a Holocaust museum and dedicate it to her sister, and she did just that. On April 30th, 1995, her mission was complete when Candle's Holocaust Museum and Education Center opened its doors. But in reality, it was just the beginning. Over the past 25 years, Candles has gone through many changes, but its growth has been steady. Its mission to shine a light on the story of the Holocaust and Eva Kor to illuminate the world with hope, healing, respect, and responsibility has held true. Every change that the museum makes keeps this mission in mind. Today, you will hear from a variety of people who have witnessed the museum's growth. They will provide testimony as to the impact of Candles on communities both near and far and the role it has played in the last 25 years. The staff have created an exhibit that highlights the museum's history, and from this exhibit have created a short video sharing some of the most memorable moments along with testimonies from museum friends or past board members. Thank you again for tuning into our virtual celebration.
Hello, my name is Trey Etchison. I'm the current chairman of the board of Candle's Holocaust Museum Education Center in Terre Haute. Over the last 25 years, Candles has been changing lives through Holocaust education. Our founder and Holocaust survivor, Eva Kor, left us her legacy of forgiveness, kindness, and respect, in addition to her personal story of survival. Candles really is where history and humanity come together. The lessons you will find at Candles about prejudice and the hate it produces have made an impact in my life. It's also a great place to learn that there is nothing we can't overcome. A great lesson for today's world. Happy 25th, Candles.
Hello from the Illinois Holocaust Museum and Education Center. I'm Susan Abrams, CEO, and it's our great pleasure to congratulate you on your anniversary and to thank you for all of the great work that you are doing, sharing the history and lessons of the Holocaust. And we are particularly proud of our partnership with both you and USC Shoah Foundation around Dimensions in Testimony, with both of us being amongst the first to help to develop that technology and get it out into the world and sharing the testimonies of Eva and of course of our beloved survivors associated with Illinois Holocaust Museum. We look forward to many more partnerships and again, our best wishes.
Hi, Candles. This is Kelly Zaney, Vice President of Education and Exhibitions for Illinois Holocaust Museum. I want to congratulate you on 25 years of success. Thank you for your integral partnership in teaching the history and lessons of the Holocaust so that we can combat hatred and indifference in our world today. Wishing you many, many more years of success.
Hi, I'm Leanna Spungen, and this is Aria.
And I'm Melissa Ament, and this is Rizzo. And we are members of the Next Gen Committee for the Florence and Lawrence Spungen Family Foundation. Our foundation has been involved with Candles since 2010, and since the beginning, our grandma Florence has always admired Eva for her chutzpah.
Since then, multiple members of our family have been to the museum in Terre Haute and have traveled with Eva to Poland many times. We've even extended the invitation to people in our community. For example, I'm a teacher, and a few of my colleagues and I were looking forward to going to Poland this summer, and while that's not happening this year, we are looking forward to joining in the years to come.
Candles has always been an inspiring grantee for us. The creativity and relatability of the staff has made working with the museum an absolute pleasure. Being able to share Eva's message amongst the board and now amidst our next gen cohort is such an honor. We can't wait to continue to partner with Candles and carry on Eva's legacy for generations to come. Happy 25 years.
Thanks, Candles.
I'm Terry Gillis-Spear, a current Candles board member, also an active member of United Hebrew Congregation and the Interfaith Council of the Wabash Valley. I'm especially privileged to have known Eva. Eva Moses Core was a force of nature. Her strength, perseverance, and positivity were remarkable. Through her founding of Candles and her sharing of her story, she made it possible for us to learn and to be challenged to grow, becoming more empathetic, compassionate citizens in our community and in our world. I taught in the Jasper County Public Schools for 35 years. Teaching junior high language arts allowed me to devote several weeks to a unit studying the Holocaust. Using Eva's book made it possible for the students to know and build an empathetic relationship with Eva and her Romanian family. Jaffa's decision to stay in Ports, Eva's experience with a Hungarian teacher, her family being taken from their home as their neighbors watched, the Moses family's choices during the 1930s as they became the choiceless choices of the 1940s. And from that, building on higher level critical thinking for the students, facilitating who is our neighbor discussions about people who became the other and then became life unworthy of life, examining any possible connections between these past events and current news. Because of her book, Eva's story became local to classes of rural, small-town students, a farm family being good neighbors living amongst fellow Ports residents. The severe and tragic turn in their lives becomes personal as the students could critically examine the Holocaust through Eva's eyes. Eva never gave up. She was an inspiration to all of us. I'm so fortunate to have known her and to have experienced her indomitable character, her passion for social justice, and even her special sense of humor. Her legacy lives on through Candles. On this 25th anniversary, I congratulate the museum board, both past and present, for carrying on Eva's powerful message of healing.
I'm Peggy Grabowski, and I'm an English teacher at Terre Haute South and one of the sponsors of the High School Stand Club, which is a student-led movement to end mass atrocities. I've been in Terre Haute for 22 years, and Candles Museum has been a tremendous resource to me as an educator. In 2007, I went to Poland with Eva Core and others from Candles, and this trip was truly life-changing. From this trip, Stand Club was born at my school, and Candles provided so many meaningful experiences for my students to learn about the Holocaust, but also to learn about other atrocities happening around the world today. I now teach a Holocaust literature course, and Candles has offered so many learning opportunities for my students, like the Be the Change series. Many students are now members of the Candles Youth Board, and their Candles experiences have led them to become human rights activists. I've also taken students to Candles on field trips, and most recently, I took a group of sophomores to the museum, and they were so moved and impacted by the holograms of Eva and the other survivors. My hope is that even more teachers and more students recognize this wonderful museum in the Wabash Valley. Thank you, Candles, for playing a vital role in my professional as well as my personal life. Happy 25th anniversary.
Hi there. I'm Alex Core, son of Eva and Michael Core, both Holocaust survivors. I am so excited to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Candles Holocaust Museum and Education Center, the museum that my mother founded in 1995. Obviously, the last 9 to 10 months have been very, very difficult for me, the Core family, the Candles Holocaust Museum family, Ted Green Films, and many others. Since my mother passed away, I'm often asked what life lessons did she pass on to me. There are actually many, but I think the most important lesson was to always turn a negative into a positive. This was clearly evident in 1993 after my mother's twin, my aunt, passed away. My mother was grieving, even though she was not able to attend my aunt's funeral. Less than 2 years after experiencing this terrible loss, she founded Candles Holocaust Museum and Education Center in April of 1995 on a shoestring budget. I was there serving as the MC for the event. It was a humble beginning, but it was a start. Because my mother was still working as a real estate agent, my father volunteered 2 days a week at the museum. At that time, there was really not much of a staff beyond my parents. In the last 25 years, the Candles Holocaust Museum has enjoyed considerable success and growth. We should really rejoice and celebrate our previous accomplishments. Over the years, the physical space has grown significantly. Pictures on the wall, initially with thumbtacks and scotch tape, have been replaced by well-planned exhibits. There are now full-time employees that coordinate activities and operations. Middle school and high school students visit the museum on a daily basis. Trips to Poland and Romania have become annual occurrences that were my mother's pride and joy. The Candles Museum is one of only a few museums around the world that includes the Dimensions and Testimony, a collaborative effort with the USC Shoah Foundation. Over the years, my mother has received thousands of letters from people, young and old, who have been touched by her message of forgiveness. The museum has hosted politicians, well-known Holocaust scholars, dignitaries, community events, and is widely recognized as a vital part of the Terre Haute cultural and historical community. In July, specifically July 4th, 2019, in Krakow, Poland, sadly, my mother passed away in our hotel room as I stood helpless at her side. And now the world is facing a pandemic, which is creating problems for all businesses, including not-for-profit organizations and museums. These events are life-altering and can cause long-term ramifications if we let them. Let me be clear. I am very, very happy and honored to be celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Candles Holocaust Museum with you today. My mother and Candles have so much to be proud of. We have touched so many lives. On the other hand, I am very concerned about the future of Candles given the current state of world affairs as well as my mother's untimely death. If I were to look to the heavens for advice from my mother, she would again say, turn a negative into a positive. If she were alive for this celebration, my mother would challenge all of you. She would look you in the eye and tell you that we now need to think outside the box. Therefore, at this difficult time, I'm telling you that my mother's museum needs to continue to evolve and can definitely benefit from new energy, new vision, new ideas, and yes, resources in order to continue thriving and surviving in Terre Haute. In so doing, Candles needs to partner with other organizations to spread my mother's legacy. So with my mother looking down and saying, I want my time on this earth to count for something, I welcome your input and involvement. And one more thing. My mother would probably want me to say the following. Congratulations, you have survived my lecture. Thank you.
A sincere thank you to each person who provided testimony in celebration of Candles' 25th anniversary, but also a thank you to our extended family for sharing Candles' mission and Eva's legacy with your friends and neighbors. As Candles continues to look forward to the next 25 years, we begin with a new strategic plan to help us navigate this world without Eva and in light of this pandemic. It is this reflection that will help us expand our reach and continue to create and provide rich resources for our patrons. We look forward to our next trip to Poland, where participants will get to hear Eva's voice share her story through our audio tour, A Journey Through Auschwitz. Candles recently received a generous grant from the Wabash Valley Community Foundation that enables the museum to create a new digital Mengele Twins exhibit highlighting a variety of topics and testimonies from the Mengele twins. As Candles works diligently to continue its mission, wonderful opportunities for growth continue to present themselves. I look forward to sharing each of these milestones with you. Thank you for your continued support of the museum, and I look forward to a time where I can give you a personal tour. In the meantime, stay safe and be well.